Verandis sent me to keep watch for you, which I hope you appreciate because it is both boring and a huge waste of my talents. Anyway, he wants you to meet him in Markarth right away.
Oh, you were looking for me. That's so sweet. Is it about Arada Al-Saran and the Grey Host?
What else? That's all he seems to think about lately, but he hasn't shared any details. I hope whatever it is takes some weight off his shoulders. He hasn't been the same since what happened at the Library of Arksand.
He's been acting differently?
Not different precisely. He's been distracted, mulling something over. He'll tell me when he's ready, I guess. But he wants to talk to you. You are the one who defeated Svargrim and Lady Belaine, after all. He's waiting in Understone Keep.
Alright, this one will go to Understone Keep and talk to Verandis.
Verandis is certain that Rada Al-Saran has set his final plan into motion, so get to Markarth and talk to him. When you do speak with Verandis, don't let him pretend everything's fine. I think it's the Dark Heart and the connection he feels to it.
Remind us the connection there.
Whatever Rada Al-Saran did at the Orrery, it somehow connected the Dark Heart to the Grey Host. Since then, Verandis has felt its power. I think there's more to it than that, but he isn't talking.
Anything else?
You'll have to ask him, but if I had to guess, we failed to stop the Grey Host from sacrificing much of Markarth to the Dark Heart. Verandis wants to make that right. Until he does, it will continue to eat at his core.
Did Verandis mention anything he wants to talk with this one?
He's had the Raven Watch shadowing the Grey Host's movement from here to the Sea of Ghosts. If he's calling for you, it means we finally discovered something we can act upon. We're all tired of chasing shadows, especially Verandis.
Alright. Let's go. I can climb stairs, really. The episode Discovery came out. Nice. Well, hopefully they're enjoying it.
My friend, I wish I bore better news, but our paths seem to cross only in times of great crisis. Rada Al-Saran has re-emerged from the shadows. That can only mean one thing. He believes his true goal is at hand.
Well, have you figured out what his the truth behind Rada Sauron's plots are?
Not completely, but consider what he's wrought thus far. Hero storms across western Skyrim to revive the Grey Host. Here, the souls of Markarth reaped to empower the Dark Heart. Both great sacrifices, but I fear worse is yet to come.
So is it going to be something worse than all those deaths?
A good question. Despite your success stopping High King Svargrim and Lady Belaine, the Dark Heart's reawakening provided the Dwarven Orrery with a frightening source of power. But to what end? I'd like you to help me ascertain the answer.
All right, this one will help you. Do you know what, where we should start?
A moment. Sometimes the intensity of the currents flowing through the darkness can be overwhelming. There. Fenorian reports that Grey Host leaders gather north of Markarth. I believe Rada is there, preparing them for what's to come.
The currents flowing through the darkness, is that what you call your downstairs?
It's nothing. I don't want to concern the others. Whatever Rada did at the Orrery, it connected the Grey Host to the Dark Heart. And that includes me. Like the souls of Markarth at the Heart Consumed, a part of me is caught within the void.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I can feel the Dark Heart's pulse. A throbbing that grows stronger as the heart becomes more powerful. But it hasn't consumed me. In fact, like Arana and Lady Belaine, I may be able to draw upon it. Though I haven't attempted that yet.
Well, let's not, and let's go find Rada Al-Saran. That's a bad idea to draw upon, right?
Investigate the Grey Host activity in the foothills north of Markarth, near Bethar Dams. Fenorian will meet you there. Gwendis and I will return to the Orrery in Arcthazand. Join us once you uncover Rada's plans.
What do you hope to find down there?
It's clear the Orrery plays an integral part in Rada's plans, but the specifics elude me. The Dark Heart, the Orrery, the Harrow Storms, they are all connected. Smaller pieces of a much grander scheme. Of that much I'm certain. I need to learn more.
How's Markarth fared since the Grey Host attacked anyways?
Ardkadik and his people carry on, and life continues. The deaths, though. The soul has been ripped from this place. They still don't fully comprehend what happened. I doubt they ever will.
And interesting. What does he mean the soul's been ripped out?
Brothers and sisters, we are on the cusp of victory. Through the void. Everything we lost will be returned. Even your lives. Success will bring salvation. Give him my best.
Damn it.
God damn
I
it.
knew we should have attacked when we had the chance.
My orders were to wait, Lyris. At least Rada left something in his haste.
Wait, is that you, partner? Could have used you a moment sooner.
Hey, Lyris. Hey, Finn. What are you doing here?
I was this close to finally planting my axe in Rada al-Saran's face. If Fen hadn't insisted we wait for his Raven Watch friends, that monster wouldn't have slipped through our fingers. Again. You're still on the hunt for him too, I see.
Yeah, Veranda sent me for him. He didn't mention you would be here, though.
When Fen got his orders to investigate the Grey Host, I invited myself along. Sorry about my temper. It's just that we've been shadowing these bastards for a while, and it looked like the opportunity to strike was finally at hand.
Did you learn anything by stalking him?
Well, Fen's the one keeping notes, but Rada al-Saran gathered his subordinates and remaining forces here. It's clear he's preparing to make a move, so Fen sent word to the Raven Watch. I just wish we knew more about this dark storm Rada mentioned.
Yeah, it's a lead anyways.
Yeah, a lead that's dragging us in circles. Look, Fen can tell you more. I'm sure he'd love to talk to someone other than me. Brilliant conversation isn't one of my better-known graces, as you've experienced firsthand.
Could these dark storms be related to the Harrow Storms and Rose of Charm? Alright, I'm gonna call it now. Take the Harrow Storms, combine the Dark Heart of Skyrim into one big megastorm to just suck all the souls out of Tamriel. Right? Wrong? We'll see. Be related to the Harrow Storms and Rose of Skyrim?
Possibly.
Yep.
And I've seen Ice Reach Coven witches among the Grey Host troops. After we dealt with Svargrim and shattered the Grey Host's hold on western Skyrim, it looks like Rada moved his operation to this part of the world.
What about Fen's elixir? We were able to produce enough for the holds?
It was slow going, but the concoction he and old Mjolin produced was the only reason the holds were able to start fighting back. Even after we stopped Rada al-Saran's plan in Solitude, I don't think the western holds would have survived without it.
How is Savannah?
Alive and well. She's taken to her role as Jarl of Solitude far better than anyone imagined. The people love her. There's new life in the hold despite all that's happened. I admit, I'm hopeful for the future too, provided we stop Rada al-Saran.
Okay, what's Fen examining?
You're asking me? No idea. But it's here and so is Rada al-Saran, so I'd guess it's got something to do with whatever he's planning.
What? Oh, sorry. I was fixated on this trinket. When Verandis said he would send someone, I assumed he meant Adusa. We weren't supposed to make a move, but Lyris feared we'd miss our chance. I don't think we ever had one, but don't tell her that.
What's so interesting about that trinket then?
Other than I think it belonged to Rada al-Saran, I sense a powerful magic has been cast on the item. Auramancy. I recognize it. The technique is remarkably similar to what Verandis uses. Not surprising, I suppose. They were friends once, after all.
What else have you learned about this?
Well, after their defeats in Western Skyrim and the Reach, the Grey Host has regrouped. The ancient Exarchs have arrived and asserted their control over the newer troops. We also intercepted a courier a few days ago. He carried a coded message.
Okay, did you decipher it then?
My command of ancient Yokuden is elementary at best. I assumed it had something to do with Harrow storms, until Rada al-Saran mentioned this dark storm. I think he's planning something massive. More massive even than the storm over Solitude.
Oh, we better tell Verandis then.
We're going to meet Verandis. Right now? Yes, that would be prudent, I suppose. Do I look presentable to you? Befitting of an audience with the Count? I don't imagine there's time for a bath before we head to the orrery.
Oh, do you have a crush, Fen? Oh, that's sweet. Well, you seem kind of anxious to meet Verandis, don't you?
Shouldn't I be? I was studying abroad when you two were dealing with the Lightless Remnant.
Why can't you look at me?
And I only just learned that he's still alive. I know I couldn't have prevented what happened, but I never even got to say goodbye.
You two were close then?
Count Verandis is a father to me.
Oh, that'd be,
More so
yeah, that'd be
than
kind of
my
weird.
birthkin. Losing him pained me deeply. I'm looking forward to this second chance we've been given.
Seems like you've been busy since I last saw you.
Amazingly so. I assisted Svana, Jarl.
His head's glitched. It seems so, yeah.
Helping old Mjolin and the Mages Guild produce as much of the Harrowstorm elixir as we could. But I couldn't linger there forever. I've been tracking the Grey Host ever since.
I'm just gonna assume that Fen is too shy to look me in the eye. Have you learned anything about their current plans?
No. Though I'm hopeful Count Verandis can find something in this coded letter. He's better at ancient languages than I am. I was able to find this meeting site, and I know the Grey Host forces have regrouped under the command of the ancient Exarchs.
And you mentioned something about Aramancy.
This trinket Rada al-Saran left behind. It radiates a magical residue similar to what Verandis leaves behind when he casts Auramancy. Perhaps you've seen him use it to draw memories from the past. I wonder why Rada al-Saran left it here.
As a booby trap?
Is that Count Verandis?
The soul's ability to travel among infinite planes of existence is equally boundless.
Fen, what did you do?
Souls can go anywhere. Imagine if they had the freedom to choose their destination, or even return to life.
It's the Auramancy. We're seeing an image of the past.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
I'm greatly looking forward to seeing Count Verandis again. But Auramancy visions weren't what I had in mind.
So, what was that projection there?
That wasn't the Verandis we know. Rada al-Saran cast Auramancy on that trinket. It pulled a memory, an echo out of the ancient past. But why did he leave that here? He had to know we'd be able to access the magic.
Well, I entered Verandis' memories back in Rivenspire to help him remember something. This seems easier, I guess.
The Dreamwalk elixir is certainly more intrusive, but it's also better for uncovering the full story. Verandis possesses a natural talent for Auramancy. Perhaps he learned it from Rada al-Saran, or vice versa.
Yes?
I don't see how we figure out where Rada al-Saran went from here. Let's hope this Count Verandis of yours is as smart as Fen claims.
You saw the projection, right?
I saw it. I don't know what it was, but I saw it. It didn't set you on fire, so as far as mysterious magic goes, I'd count your blessings. Was that the illustrious Count Ravenwatch I've heard so much about? Well, let's not keep the real one waiting.
Let's imagine if Lyris saw if Lyris saw a TV and she didn't know what it was, she'd probably just punch it.
He escaped, Count. But we intercepted this letter.
A moment, Fenorian. The darkness has passed. Well done acquiring this letter.
Never mind the pat on the back, Verandis. What happened?
It's nothing. A distraction. Our friend has arrived, and we must not waste any time.
Why is that up here? Also, this looks very much like the, like we're back when we were in the core for Elsewhere, when we were looking at Joan and Jode. Pop that on again. See if we can get rid of some people. There's.
This just keeps getting better. Check on the count. Find out what we need to do.
Gwendis?
I knew something was wrong. He's been trying to hide it, but the Dark Heart is doing something to him.
You don't say.
I knew something was wrong.
The Dark Heart. The episodes grow more frequent. Each time the currents swell, it's like I'm losing myself to the darkness. We must uncover Radha's plans before that happens. Perhaps this coded message will tell us more about the Darkstorm.
Can you decipher the messages?
I see that Radha has employed his mother tongue to obscure the message. I remember his language, and the Grey Host ciphers well. This isn't a dispatch. It's a letter. To me.
He's taunting us?
No, he's trying to persuade me. Convince me that his path is the right one. Prove to me that the dream we once shared is within reach. The letter outlines, in essence, the recipe for Radha's Darkstorm.
Can we use it to stop him? Oh wait, shit. Wrong button.
The Dark Heart. I see that. No, not in and of itself. He wants me to follow in his footsteps. To see what he did and learn the truth of what he promises. In doing so, however, I will discover how to stop it. He's bearing his throat to me, confident I will not bite, but I must.
Well, where's he telling you to go then?
I must seek a place in the Reach where the land was sundered from Tamriel. Then I must study the Void through Night Hollow eyes. And finally, I must learn about keystones in Badar Zel. In my current state, I don't trust myself. Will you go in my stead?
This woman will go. Sure.
I leave the course of the journey up to you, but these three will go ahead to assist you. Lyris to Understone Keep, Gwendis to the Night Hollow Archives, and Fenorian to Badar Zel.
Well, I'll meet each of them then.
I'm sorry to put this all upon your shoulders, but it's better that I remove myself from this journey. You can see what Radha intends to show me with impartial eyes. Learn the secrets of the Darkstorm, and together, we'll unravel Radha's plans.
This could be a trap.
That's a distinct possibility, but I don't believe Radha intends to kill me. At least not yet. He has something to prove. That need will stay his hand better than any armor. We don't have the luxury of ignoring his invitation in any case.
Why is he going to jeopardize his plan just to prove himself to you? Well, probably still loves you a little bit.
Radha is a prideful man. When I deserted the Grey Host, it wounded him deeply. He wants to prove that I was wrong to doubt him. What he doesn't understand is that I never doubted what he could accomplish. I just feared what it would cost.
Are you sure that we should leave you alone here?
If this is a trap, you're the one walking into it. But if he does return to the orrery while you're gone, I will buy whatever time I can. Until then, there are things I also need to accomplish.
What do you plan to do while we're gone?
I'll study the heart and the orrery. Try to learn enough so that we can make use of whatever you discover when the time comes. I will also examine my own condition. I must ascertain that I can control this darkness and not be controlled by it.
This darkness in your pants, right? Every time he talks about the darkness, I keep on imagining he's talking about the darkness deep within his soul, buried in his crotch. I'm going to whatever nasty place void people go to, whatever their version of hell is. Well, I have questions though.
Yes, of course. Rada didn't reveal everything in his letter, but if there's something I can answer for you, I will.
What's this land sundered by from Tamriel mean to you? What that you want Lyris and I to go find anyways?
That one is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. But Rada provided a clue. He said it was a place in the Reach. Who better to ask about locations in this part of the world than Ard Kadok? Meet Lyris in Markarth and seek the Ard's counsel.
The Ard is probably gonna look at Lyris and want to kill her or get in a fight. What does it mean, study the void through Night Hollow eyes?
I can only speculate, but we know the Night Hollow clan had an intimate connection to the void through the Dark Heart. It makes sense they studied it over the many years that it sustained them. I noticed an archive in their keep when we were there.
So I should go with Gwendis?
Yes. See what secrets they gathered at the height of their power. I only hope that the archive has weathered the centuries better than the Night Hollow clan themselves.
And where do I find these keystones?
We know
we're
Rada
gonna
needed
take
a
keystones.
keystone to enter this chamber and calibrate the orrery to the Dark Heart. Go to Bethar Zel. Fenorian will help you discover whatever secret awaits there concerning the Dwarven keystones.
Any other questions?
I'll answer them as best I can, but every moment we delay puts us another pace behind Rada.
Alright. Gwendis?
Verandis is certainly entrusting you with a lot of responsibility.
Yep.
You better not fail him, especially while he's dealing with whatever the Dark Heart is doing to him. I'll meet you at Night Hollow Keep and we'll learn what we can about the Void.
What do you know about Night Hollow Archive?
Just what Verandis told me while we were doing our research. We know that the Night Hollow clan is older than the stones we're standing on. The archive might contain thousands of years of secrets, or it might be full of nothing but dust.
Secrets about the Dark Heart?
They built an empire by feeding off that heart. Odds are good that one of the creepy vampires wrote about it before the well dried up and their power withered away. We'll find these secrets, and maybe a way to help Verandis too.
Fenorian?
Gods, I've never seen Verandis struggle like this. How can he expect me to go to Bethar Zel and leave him to deal with this on his own? Don't worry, I know my duty. It's just hard sometimes.
It gets hard looking at Verandis so much, huh? Alright, so what do you know about Bethar Zel?
Nothing. Well, I know it's a dwarven ruin, but aside from that, Dwemer studies have never been my strong point. You've been there before, haven't you? Together we'll figure it out. We've managed to make it this far with less to go on.
Alright. And Lyris.
For the record, this plan sounds like a symphony of Horker farts. A better one, so I'll pinch my nose and go along with it.
Yay!
I'm headed to Understone Keep. Hope Kadok isn't half the rotten bastard I've heard he is.
You really think that someone in Understone Keep knows about the Sundered Land from Tamriel? Tamriel?
Kadok's the ruler around here, right? I've never known a competent ruler who doesn't know his realm like the back of his hand. And I've never heard that the despot of Markarth wasn't competent. We'll find it. Mark my words.
Sundered Land. Sounds like a plane meld, right?
Now that you mention it, yeah. And come to think of it, Manamarco spent time there with his worm cult. He's the backstabber who caused the soul burst and helped Molag Bal plant his dark anchors. Rumor has it Kadok welcomed him with open arms.
Kadok helped Manamarco?
Reachmen had their arses on the Ruby Throne before Varen won the Empire. And Manamarco was the architect of his destruction. I wouldn't be surprised if they welcomed the Worm King into Markarth with a parade. Let's go ask Kadok all about it.
Just don't get into a fist fight with him.
Over here. Night Hollow Keep is just ahead. Night Hollow Keep is down this path. The archive should be right inside. In writings we recovered from Lady Belaine, she mentioned a Night Hollow testament. That's probably what we're looking for. Just watch yourself. The place is locked down tight.
Hey, what are we dealing with?
Well, it's crawling with Night Hollow vampires. Not just the mindless, spooky kind. Looks like some of them got recharged when the Dark Heart woke up. They patrol the outer wall in shifts. One door in and out. It's locked, but they carry keys.
So retrieve one of the... Oh, we can just lockpick our way in, right?
You got it. I haven't been able to keep track of their comings and goings, so there's no telling which vampires have the keys. Attacking them could attract unwanted attention. If you want to find a more discreet way past that wall, by all means.
All right, let's find a way in.
Remember, get keys off the patrolling vampires or find another way to get inside. Either way, let's get into the archive. Find this Night Hollow Testament and get back to Verandis, all right? I'll scout around on my own and catch up to you.
What do you think this Night Hollow Testament looks like?
Rada al-Saran wants Verandis to study the void through Night Hollow eyes, right? According to Lady Belaine's writings, the secrets to harnessing the Dark Heart's power, void power, could be found in the pages of that book. It's perfectly obvious.
Are you sure we're going to find it here, then?
No, but we didn't find it after you killed Lady Belaine. We know she didn't completely trust Rada al-Saran, so where else could she be leaving it for safekeeping? If it's not here, I don't know where else it would be.
All right.
I'm off. If I see something that might help, I'll let you know.
Just gonna abandon me? Oh, it's a joint mission.
Look how high that nether root's growing. Think it will hold our weight?
Climb it. So we just ate somebody and left?
That's a grey host Pentarch, probably after the same thing as us. What's that beside him?
A promise and a warning.
Wasn't as difficult as I expected. Now let's enter the archive.
To whoever keeps this archive, you are blessed with the knowledge of the Dark Heart, and the void remain of use to me. The bearer of this missive must allow a copy... Wait. The bearer of this missive must be allowed to copy the passages from your testament relevant to my interest. I offer you a promise. Comply and I will shepherd your clan the greatness when I reforge this world. I offer you this warning. Should you deny my patriarch access to the archives, should any undue harm befall him, then they will visit you with such agonies upon you that even mortals will weep at your suffering. Your lady is dead. I have no patience for vainglory. I think it meant clan glory, but whatever. Or vampire clan,
As far as libraries go, the lighting in here is terrible. Hey, I bet that's what we came for.
Really? They're trying to hide it and make it secure, and they just put it out in the open? Seems a little obvious, like a trap. Let's not read it. Let's just go. Actually, the concern I have here is he sent his men down here to get this book, Rada al-Saran, right? And his men didn't get the book. So instead, he's sending us to get it. So probably he can steal it later? That's what I'm thinking at this point.
That's done. Hey, why is this trinket over here glowing?
Rada al-Saran's memento? Wait. So Rada al-Saran was already here?
Gods, I can't get the smell of the blood off my hands.
It was a mercy. You know that.
I ruined her, Rada, body and soul. I played God and Lysolda paid the price. I'm a damned fool.
A fool once told me there is no such thing as damnation. Only souls who have lost hope.
That's not fair, Rada.
You said it with such conviction I could not argue. You have not forgotten our promise, I hope.
We'll seek salvation together. Thank you, Rada.
Verandis keeps everyone at arm's length. Is this why?
I'm also getting the feeling that we were meant to see that. We're playing right into Rada's hand here.
Even though Veranda's told us about his time with the Grey Host, seeing these memories of him and Rada al-Saran together are kind of disturbing. Anyway,
Why?
we got what we came for. Let's hope this creepy old book can help us stop the Darkstorm.
We already know his history, so it's not that big of a deal. What do you make that memory we saw?
I make that watching Verandus and Rada al-Saran get along like two acorns from the same tree disturbs me to no end. Just seeing them together. It's no wonder Rada al-Saran thinks he can convince Verandus to come around to his way of thinking.
And Verandus the other way. So, what are you going to do next?
You should meet up with Lyris and Fenorian and complete those parts of this journey. Go to Ptharzel or Understone Keep if you haven't been there already. You need to do this for Verandus and find the rest of the clues Rada al-Saran left behind.
All right. Ptharzel. Oh, it was updating the my collections. Okay. Team night.
I made some interesting discoveries while I was waiting.
Oh, what's up?
Ptharzel is more intact than the few other dwarven ruins I visited. I spotted a chamber that appears related to the Keystones. But more intact doesn't mean completely intact. The path ahead is blocked.
Okay, if it's blocked, how do we get into the chamber?
Therein lies the problem. My vampiric abilities make traversal somewhat trivial, but you can't follow. I do believe I've come up with a solution, though. Potentially. Theoretically.
All right, what's your idea?
I noted numerous void portals scattered around Ptharzel. I understand you and Verandus encountered them before. I'm no expert on teleportation, but these should allow you to navigate the ruins and pick out a safe path.
Yeah, I've used void portals before. I'll find a way in.
May I suggest trying to reach the void portal at the top of that tower first? It seems like a good vantage point to survey the layout of this ruin. I'm sure you'll figure out a way past the blockage in no time.
Oh, any other advice?
As Verandus explained it to me, the void portals sort of pull you toward their location. So finding a viable path across should just be a matter of trial and error. Assuming there's a void portal near our destination, you should have no problem.
All right, let's find a path. Do-do-do-do-do.
Worked! I mean, of course it worked.
Of course, really, yeah. Totally not dangerous, right? There we go.
I crave blood, yet it does not sate me.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good for them.
I had every confidence you wouldn't get sucked into some boundless void.
Oh,
The
wonderful.
repository is just through this door.
All right. Let's go inside. See what horrors we can uncover.
Let's see what we can find.
Mm-hmm. More books. Ooh, soul gems. Yeah, I can.
This looks like some kind of manufacturing equipment.
Soul gems.
This resembles your keystone, doesn't it? The parts, anyway. I wager this is what we came for.
Another memory crystal. All right, as soon as we take this, it's going to trigger that. What do you got to say for Anarian?
As I surmised, this chamber was where new keystones were crafted and stored. Nothing remains, however, except component pieces. Does Rada al-Suran expect Verandis to assemble a keystone? Gather the pieces, and we'll bring them to the orrery. What's this? More of Rada al-Suran's oromancy, I suspect.
Honestly, though, if we could create a keystone, why did we have to go to the business of trying to retrieve the other one for the orrery?
This is feasible.
No, Rada, merely a possibility, but the soul binding required.
We can save our kindred from Cold Harbor's torment, and you quibble over the cost? Is your heart so cold?
Even if you returned our kindred to life, Molag Bal's claim to their souls would remain. Our contracts are inviolable.
Another obstacle to overcome.
You think the Prince of Domination is merely an obstacle? Rada, listen to yourself.
Kneeling when I should have stood proud was the greatest mistake I ever made. I will not repeat it.
It's prideful. That's for one thing's for sure.
Verandis was aware of this plan, and he was its architect.
No, it sounds more like he suggested something and Rada just took it way too far.
I thought Singalis, one of Rada al-Suran's exarchs, came up with the plan to return the Grey Host to life. But it was Verandis? Why didn't he tell us?
Well, the Exarchs kind of corrupted his plan. Memory Tale's a different tale? Not really.
Yes. And it's a darker story than we were led to believe. Not only was Verandis a member of the Grey Host and a close confidant of Rada al-Suran, he was also the architect of their rebirth. I hope he's truly ready to face him when the time comes.
What do you mean?
When we confront Rada al-Suran, it must be the last time. When the moment comes to end this, there can be no doubt, no hesitation. My father has to be prepared to see this through.
Called him father.
We should leave this place.
What should we do next?
If you completed all 3 steps of the journey, head back to the orrery. If not, meet Lyris at Understone Keep or Gwendis at the Night Hollow Archive. And let's get this done.
All right. Let's go see Lyris. Lyris?
Well, I've got bad news and worse news. Kadok and I already exchanged words. Most of them insults. The only agreement we came to was that he'd stop sending his stone hands to toss me out if I stopped breaking their noses.
You got in a fight with him, huh?
It wasn't a fight until he sent his stone hands against me. Wasn't much of one after that, come to think of it. We got as far as Sundered Land when he shouted something about Manamarco and called up his personal guard.
And what does Manamarco have to do with this?
That's what I was trying to find out when Caddock got all angry and said something about my head and a pike on the wall. Look, you talk to him. Maybe you'll have better luck than me.
Oh, I guess we do have a rapport, right?
Markarth would be a ghost town if it wasn't for you. If that doesn't earn you the courtesy of an audience, I can go back to breaking noses.
I'll go talk to the Ard.
The Ard is in his throne room. We just need to know where to find the land sundered from Tamriel. According to Rada al-Saran's letter, it's somewhere in the Reach. Oh, and I'm not apologizing. Not to Caddock, anyway. Sorry.
What'd you argue about, huh?
Manamarco, Emperor Varen, Nord's Reachman, his flea-bitten beard. I can stomach insults hurled at me. But I couldn't stand there quietly as he spoke ill of Varen while praising that traitor Manamarco.
All right. I get it. I get it. I wonder if he knows that we are the ones who, like, stopped Manamarco.
Had my fill of Reeker's grace in my presence today. Seeing is how you've shed blood for me. And mine, I'll give you my ear, but make it quick. My bile's up, and too much talk will likely make it churn.
We're searching for a land that was sundered from Tamriel. Somewhere in the Reach.
Ah, you speak with that half-giant's tongue. What business is it of yours? What I do with my land? I gave that parcel to Manamarco years ago. It was his to offer to Molag as he pleased. Why dredge up such dealings now?
Yeah, I stopped the plane meld. So, shouldn't your lands have been returned?
Aye. You and the half-giant both, so the crows say. Don't think I've not spied on you, same as Lady Belaine. I gave that land to Manamarco, long before the god of schemes brought his wrath to your empire.
Not my empire.
Of his cult, cast it to oblivion.
You know what they had planned?
Manamarco didn't call me confidant. When he departed, he said the failure here would forge his success elsewhere. I never saw him again. If you want to know his mind, you'll have to see what he wrought yourself. I'll open the way for you.
Well, where can we find the land?
There's a lift in Nichuancel that'll take you to the Sundered Land. I keep it sealed, for reasons that should be obvious. But I'll see you're granted passage. Now, off you go, and take the prickly she-wolf with you.
Why'd you make a deal with Manamarco anyways? Like, he's an elf for one, right? And then on top of that, he's like necromancy's kind of going against the spirits, isn't it?
Not so long ago, Reach folk ruled the Empire. We had our lands returned and dignity restored. Then, we were driven back into the mud by the usurper. Manamarco pledged justice for my people if I gave him shelter. A dark spirit's bargain, to be sure.
You regret the deal?
No. The usurper, Varen, lost his lands, his throne, and so much more. What Manamarco promised me was given. If that don't sit well with you, I got no apologies to give. I can only tell you, that's where my dealings with the Worm King begin and end.
No, he's honest. Nope, I gotta go around.
Got the information we need? Good.
Yep.
Did you get a location? Give me the details and you go on ahead. I want to chase down a few leads about the worm cult while we're here in Markarth. Shouldn't take long.
What leads are those?
Nothing I want to waste your time with, but I learned of a few places the worm cult used to stay in town. They're long gone, but maybe I can figure out what Manamarco has to do with this.
Oh, sorry.
And why it interests Rada al-Saran.
Kadok said Manamarco offered the land to Mugbal.
Oh good. This keeps getting better and better. I thought I was finished with Manamarco's insanity a long time ago. Shows you what I know. Go on. I'll catch up to you.
The art said we can reach a place where the land was sundered by going through that whatever, that dwarven ruin there.
Somewhere inside or beyond an old dwarven ruin. Wonderful. Good thing I brought my construct busting axe.
She probably has axes for every type of monster out there. My guess is it's this place up here. This place is covered in fog that you can't actually get to. I'm really interested to see what's up there. Wait, oh, we're supposed to go back there. Wrong way. The forbidden great lift. Somewhere in the reach. Oh no, this is further back. So is this what happens when a dark anchor actually connects? Why are there bull nutches here?
This is our chance.
Pity. I wanted Verandis to see this place for himself.
Did you now?
Chipped off a hunk of this stone. If Rada al-Saran went through the trouble, we might as well too. Hey, there's another memento here. Like the one Fenorian found near Bethar Dams.
Another one?
My notes.
Brandis, forgive me. As ever, your genius captivates me. I had no idea you made such progress.
I'm still no closer to a viable solution.
You're closer than you think.
How can you know that?
I discussed your findings with a new ally. They claim it will work. Only your trepidation holds us back.
I thought you'd changed. That you sought penance. I won't participate in mass murder!
Our dream is within reach, and you're still concerned for the mortals.
Verandis and Rada al-Saran seemed pretty friendly back in the day.
That doesn't seem too friendly. That didn't seem too friendly. That seemed like they were having a falling out.
I don't know what a chunk of oblivion or that memento have to do with Rada al-Saran's Darkstorm, but maybe Verandis can explain it when we get back. Speaking of which, did you know he used to be friends with our enemy?
He used to be a part of it, but then he cut ties with them centuries ago.
Then why is Rada al-Saran sending cryptic messages to Verandis? Even if he can't win the Count back to his side, these mind games may cloud your friend's judgment. I suggest we keep an eye on the Count, just in case.
Well, we have all 3 pieces of the puzzle. Time to head back. See what makes. So was Rada really looking to use those stones to trigger Was he using those to trigger Verondis' memories? Because those don't look like good memories. Those look like Verondis didn't want to deal with him anymore and like cut off ties for good reason. It seemed more like for us to watch. Like all his companions. To get them questioning if Verondis was actually a member of the Grey Host at one point. And if he'd actually help us do this or not. I suspect there's going to be some foul play here, just a question of which side.
The past is ancient history. Rada's intentions were to sway me back to his side.
That's not good enough, Count. Why didn't you tell us that this was all your fault?
Father, it wasn't just your research that let him revive the Grey Host. The actual procedure was your creation.
You don't understand. Please tell me you found out more about the Darkstorm.
Yeah, we did. But first, let's talk to everyone else, huh?
Don't let Verondis change the subject. I can't trust any plan the elf comes up with if he doesn't reveal the whole truth.
We're kind of bored about it.
Trust my father, no matter what. But Lyris doesn't trust easily, and Gwendis' faith has been shaken too many times. Please, convince Count Verondis to put his trust in us as well.
Gwendis.
I'm too mad to deal with this right now. Besides, you completed the entire journey. You tell Verondis what we discovered at each of those sites.
Alright. Let's put the puzzle together.
The others see conspiracies where there are none. Just past sins that I thought long buried. They say you found everything that Rada wanted me to discover. Tell me about the Sundered Land, the Night Hollow studies, and the secret of the Keystones.
Alright, so we found a strange stone at the site where the land was sundered from Tamriel.
Remember the journey Rada sent me on? The one you took in my place. It was to follow in his footsteps. To see how he reached this moment in time. This stone, it's a shard of oblivion lost in our world. How would that help him save the Grey Host?
And why was he there taking it when he already knew he had to take a piece of it? This is a Night Hollow Testament. Not written in any language you can understand.
To see the void through Night Hollow eyes. Yes, it's written in the tongue of the first vampires. I can read it, but barely. In addition to other things, this is basically a spell book. It's full of rituals to appease and make use of the Dark Heart.
And we got an unassembled keystone.
Was the point to show me the inner workings of the mysterious dwarven keystones? We know Rada used one to link the Dark Heart's power to not only the orrery, but to the Grey Host as well. I can feel the pull of the heart just thinking about it.
Does any of this help stop the Dark Storm?
What you discover doesn't tell us much about the Darkstorm, at least not yet. But a picture is beginning to form in my mind. Rada's letter provided one more clue. He claims to have a laboratory inside this very structure. We just have to find it.
How are you dealing with the connection here?
The darkness crashes against my mind like waves slamming into the shore. It can be distracting. I can function normally, with the occasional need to pause and let the sensation pass. I can't yet control the darkness, but I haven't been idle.
What have you learned then?
Using my auramancy, I turned the magic on the orrery itself. I learned much about how the orrery operates. is quite fascinating. I also ascertained the approximate location of Rodder's laboratory, but a more thorough search is required.
So you have a laboratory here, huh? Wasn't his first time in here when he got the keystone? No?
It's true that Rodder often relied on myself and later Zingalis to handle his research and experiments. But he wasn't without his own skills when it came to arcana and alchemy. I suppose, during his long isolation, he had to increase his aptitude.
Alright, is it safe to leave the orrery unprotected while we go search for this laboratory?
Who would remain behind that could stand against Rodder? I fear that even together we would be hard-pressed to stop him. We'll need every advantage for the end battle, should it come to that. Perhaps if I can learn how to call upon the darkness.
You keep saying that, but that's not gonna happen.
Come, Ravenwatch, Titanborn. We can't let the specters of the past distract us from our mission.
Very well, Count.
So I wonder when Sai comes in on this. If he was just part of the side quest, or if he's going to get more involved here. Ah, I see. So this wasn't connected to the main area. This is a side area that probably didn't need a keystone to get into.
I'll remain by your side as we... Rodder has been...
Sorry about that.
Rodder has been working in secret for a very long time. His laboratory will no doubt be well concealed. Our search must be thorough.
All right. Anything, Laris?
I wish we had more to go on. I'm about to try my luck by swinging my axe into the walls.
Just like a Dark Souls game. Gwendis?
I'll admit, tracking down Arcasis' library was a lot simpler. I don't smell anything alchemical around here, just a lot of metal and steam.
Ben?
I haven't had any success as yet, though my method so far has just been to systematically prod things, so I can't say that I'm too surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting closer. A moment.
There we go.
Rodder has been this way.
Field wing.
Careful. That Night Hollow vampire radiates with the power of the Dark Heart.
You don't say. It'd be terrible if we just side passed him. Bye.
Rodder's laboratory. I see he's adopted Zingalis' methods. Yes, this is it. I can feel the echoes of Rodder's work here.
Hmm. Say, all right. Another puzzle. Big surprise.
Rodder has taken my research in directions I never imagined. Dwemer machines, Night Hollow rites, Reach witchcraft, all arrayed around that pedestal.
Can you make sense of it all?
Yes, I'm beginning to see how the pieces you retrieved fit together. He's building a bridge through the void. The Oblivion Shard serves as a lodestone to point to his destination, but Cold Harbor is precisely the place he would want to avoid.
Why is that?
Rodda has always sought to escape Molag Bal's hold on his soul. Cold Harbor is the place where Bal's power is absolute. It makes no sense, unless Cold Harbor isn't his destination. Gather the others. We need to recreate Rodda's ritual.
You sure that's a good idea? What do we need to do?
Fenorian will reproduce the Reach alchemy while Gwendis performs the Night Hollow rites. You must manage the Dwemer machines controlling the tonal, etheric, and kinetic energies. I will attempt to scry the stone and direct you accordingly.
Tell me more about what we're doing here.
These Dwemer devices, they are similar to pieces of the orrery itself. They manipulate various cosmic forces, tonal, etheric, and kinetic, to chart the expanse of the void. You must keep these forces under control for my scrying to succeed.
Okay, how do we do that?
The components you retrieved from Bathar Zel showed me that the keystones consist of these same sorts of devices, just on a smaller scale. As I conduct the ritual, I'll indicate what parts of the process require your intervention. Be on your toes.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Rodda pointed us to the means and method of recreating his work. There's something he wants for me to see here. And I believe the only way to truly understand what he's done is by repeating it ourselves. I only hope the risk is worth it.
And that risk is?
We are attempting to harness forces never intended to be combined to peer into the infinite, churning chaos we call the Void. I only suggest we try because it appears Rodda has proven it can be done. Besides, we have no other choice.
I think we do, but I guess.
We'd be better served having old Mjolnir do this, but I think I can handle it. Once you start, I'll begin my part.
Oh, sure. You get to pull levers while I have to work some kind of dark magic with the forces of the void. That seems fair. Get on with it. The more I think about this, the less I want to do it.
I love you, Gwendis. Lyris, are you just gonna hit it with an axe?
Now to begin, start by adding etheric power.
Etheric power, okay. Tonal, kinetic, ambic. Etheric, right?
Now, quickly. I need more kinetic power. Now, some tonal energy.
Reach ritual. It's catalyzing too quickly.
Quickly, help Fenorian.
Do I have to?
We're losing kinetic energy. I need more.
Hmm.
Need an influx of etheric power. Gwendis needs your help with the Night Hollow rite. Just the tonal frequency, quickly.
Or tonal stuff.
We almost have it, just a little more. I'm losing control of it. Reduce the kinetic energy. The Night Hollow rite is surging. Help Gwendis.
Gwendis, come on.
Tonal harmonics are in discord. Change the output. Fenorian, we'll need the alchemical reaction soon. Recalibrate the etheric power. It's too little.
You're yelling at me a lot.
Balanced. I did right.
What is Lyris doing?
Close. Help Gwendis with the Night Hollow rite once more.
Standing there with her axe.
The Reach alchemy now. Initiate the tonal cascade and hang on. can see it! I can see everything!
Theris?
I've seen a lot of things, but never anything like that. See if the Count learned anything useful. And make sure he's alright. He's not looking too good.
And this?
That took a lot out of Verandis. I hope we got what we needed. Talk to him and see how he's doing.
Ben.
As fascinating and exhilarating as that was, I'm worried about Count Verandis. Please, see if he's alright.
I guess I will, because everyone else wants me to.
Rodder found it. A piece of land sundered from the Reach, caught between Mundus and Oblivion. It is both and neither, outside the grasp of Ball, or any prince for that matter. He plans to gift the Grey Host with his sanctuary.
And the purpose?
Don't you see? In their own realm, free from Molag Ball's tyranny, the Grey Host can live forever. And with the connection to Mundus and the power of the Dark Heart, their conquests might never end. And now I see the purpose of the Dark Storm.
And that is?
The Dark Heart. Rodder's drawing on its power. I can feel it tearing away. To the orrery. Hurry.
Alright, let's go.
To the orrery. Hurry.
As fast as we can. Hey, this isn't a race.
Witness what a taste of the Dark Heart can do.
Hmm? In we go.
Rodder! Stop! Don't make me fight you!
This is the chance you never thought possible. The door to our salvation stands open, Verandis. Come, finish what we started. All will be forgiven.
Rodder, don't do this!
The void energy is consuming you, Verandis. I can show you how to control it. Just follow me.
What happened? Where'd the bastard go this time?
He's gone, Lyris. To the one place where he can complete his plan. I understand it all clearly now. Rodder has opened the gateway to his sanctuary. In that distant realm, he can summon his Darkstorm using the power of the Dark Heart. He'll consume the Reach to fulfill his promise.
Consuming the Reach. Okay, so he's gonna just like kill everyone and take their souls? Hmm?
No. Not good at all. The Darkstorm requires power on an unprecedented scale. Darkness that will cover the Reach and send every mortal soul it touches into the Dark Heart. In turn, the power of the Heart will flow through the orrery to feed the storm.
And what does it do?
It will tear the Grey Host from Molag Ball's clutches and preserve them for eternity in his sanctuary realm. Death will become as much a petty inconvenience to them as to any Daedra. They will become truly immortal.
Okay, so how do we stop the Dark Storm then?
To end the Darkstorm, once it's begun, I need to enter Rodder's sanctuary realm and take control of the ritual. I can't ask you to join me, but I won't dissuade you if your course is set. Just know that I can't guarantee we'll be able to return.
How do we enter it?
Rudder showed us the door, and we forged the key. I have to follow. I have to stop the Darkstorm, for as you have seen from Rudder's auramancy, this monstrosity is my creation. Whether you decide to accompany me or not, know that I value our friendship.
So basically, he's looking to become an Oblivion Prince in a way. All right.